Hello everyone, this is Beauty by Chuchi. Today's video is going to be me showing you how I do my makeup when I'm wearing my glasses. I like to keep it nice and simple and fast, so let's jump right on in. I'm going to start off with my L'Oreal True Match powder, and I'm going to just add a little bit of color to the face. In the usual places, my cheekbones, my chin, my nose, forehead, temples, and don't forget to drag it down the neck. A lot of people forget that. So, like I said, I'm going to put some on my chin. I'm going to try to conceal that double chin a little bit. I'm going to go along the jawline and also right back a little bit behind the ear. That's what gives you that nice sharp jawline effect. And then just make sure that you drag that product down your neck so that your color matches. I'm just going to push my hair back real quick so that I can apply this to my forehead. You want to make sure that when you're applying the bronzer or powder to your forehead and your temples, that you're really pushing that and tapping that into the hairline so that you don't have that mask effect or that line where you can see the natural color of your skin. And also I'm just lifting my glasses up so I can go along the sides of my nose. I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil powder and just do the same thing that I've already done, just bronzing up those areas. When it comes to my cheeks, I'd like to flatten out my brush a bit and concentrate most of that color in the back of my cheekbones, but I do also like to drag it down pretty far up in the front. Wherever you place your bronzer, that is your preference. Just make sure that you don't put too much on so it's not muddy, and make sure you blend it out very, very well. I'm going to use my Rimmel Stay Matte powder along my T-zone because it tends to get a little bit oily there throughout the day. So I just fold up a little powder sponge and go straight down the center of my nose. And I'm also going to put a bit on my forehead because I tend to get oily there, and a little bit on my chin as well. I'm also going to use the same powder to chisel out and sharpen up my contour. I like to use a pressed powder for this because I feel like I have more control, but you do have to go over it a couple times. So just make sure that your first layer is a light layer so that you can make sure that your lines are even on both sides, and then do as many layers as it takes for you. I'm going to let that sit while I do my brows. I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Ebony as usual. I pull my glasses down and I kind of do my eyebrows reversed. I start from the top, then work my way down. So I brush the hairs down and just make a nice line all the way across the top of the brow. I focus on my arch and the tail. The reason why I focus on the arch and the tail the most is because with my glasses, that's what you see more once my glasses are pushed up. So I create the line and then brush the hairs down to blend that downwards. Then I brush the hairs back up to make the line underneath my brow. So I'm just going to start from the front of the brow and work my way back to the tail, just trying to create a nice line. Once I feel comfortable with the shape that I've created, I then go back in and fill the brows in. When it comes to the front of the brow, just make sure to use a very light hand, and don't forget the spoolie. You want to brush it upwards in the front of the brow and then just comb straight through the rest of the brow. Look at the difference brows make. Whether you have glasses or not, brows are a very important step. Don't skip the brows. This is just what it looks like with both brows done. Throughout this tutorial, you'll see me lift my glasses up and down. Manipulate your glasses just to make sure that everything looks right from every angle. I'm going to set my brows using my Ardell Brow Sculpting Gel. What I like to do is I like to kind of run the spoolie against the container, and that takes off a lot of the product and leaves just the perfect amount of product on the spoolie, because sometimes if you have too much of the brow sculpting gel, it can actually take away the brow product that you just applied. Then I'm just going to go in with a powder brush and take off all of the Rimmel Stay Matte powder that I had baking on my face. For blush, I'm going to use my NYX Butt Naked Underneath It All palette, and I'm going to tap my brush into each of the 4 shades of blushes. Then I like to apply my blush by tapping it onto the cheeks and then swiping it back and forth. I don't like to use a circular motion because I don't like for my blush to get too messy, but just use a very light hand. I'm also going to apply that to my chin and my forehead. This step is optional for you, but I just find that it adds a nice natural rosiness to the face. Then I just go over the part that I chiseled out just a little bit to even it out and make it a little bit more natural. Using my Real Technique setting brush, I'm going to use all 3 of the highlighters because why not? Highlighting is the best. I apply a little bit to my chin, push my glasses up, and just use the tip of the brush to create a line down the center of my nose. I like to pick up a little bit of that highlighter on my finger and just create a little circle, a little ball at the tip of the nose. This is a great little trick for highlighting the nose. Then I'm just going to blend that out in a circular motion and drag it up on my nose. I like to apply a little bit of highlighter in the middle of my brows and a little bit on the forehead. This step is optional. Don't go crazy because you don't want to look greasy. And because we don't have any highlighter underneath the brow, we're going to put it on top of the brow, right above the arch. As for the cheekbones, we're going to tap the highlighter on first. Tap it on. You're always going to want to work in a C shape. When you're wearing glasses, you're going to go a little bit lower than you normally would, just so that you can make sure to see it underneath your frames. And then I like to bring mine down forward a little bit further onto the apple of my cheekbones. Because I wear big glasses, it just helps to drag it down a bit so you can see the highlighter. You're also going to apply a little bit of highlighter to your Cupid's bow. I just make a weird kissy face because that raises the area up and makes it a little bit easier for me. And this is what the face looks like, nice and highlighted. For lips, I'm going to be using the E.L.F. Lip Lock Pencil in the shade Clear as my lip liner. I don't want any color because I'm going to line my lips with the lipstick, but this is just going to help it stay in place. I'm going to use a matte lipstick by NYX. The name will be listed down below in the description box, and yes, my son did eat my lipstick, but that's okay. I'm going to apply it with a Sonia Kashuk 106 brush. So what you want to do is you want to load your brush up with product and then line your lips the way you normally would. I start by applying it in the center of my bottom lip, and then I work my way out to one side. Then I go back to the middle and work my way out to the other side. And I like to take my time. When using a brush, you really want to take your time to be nice and precise. As for the top lip, I start at my Cupid's bow by making a little X, and then I work my way out from one side to the other, just like I did on the bottom lip. Don't forget that if you do make any mistakes, you can clean it up with a little bit of concealer or foundation. Once you're happy with the outline, just go right on ahead and fill your lips in. I like to start with the bottom lip and then press my lips together and then fill in the top lip. To create a fuller effect, I'm going to go in with a lighter shade. I chose my Kat Von D lipstick in the shade Celebutard. I'm just going to place that in the center of the lip on the bottom and then press my lips together to place that on the top lip as well. Using the same Sonia Kashuk 106 brush that I used to apply the pink shade, I'm just going to wipe that off on a paper towel and use that to blend the harsh line between the lighter shade and the pink shade that I have on my lips. Then I'm going to go in with that same paper towel and literally press that onto my lips to take off any extra product. Then I'm going to fold the paper towel over and place that in between my lips and press down. That ensures that I won't have any lipstick on my teeth because everybody knows that is not a good look and that's quite embarrassing. Now, I'm letting you in on my secret. See this beauty mark right here? Yeah. Naturally, it's really light, and then makeup kind of takes away from it. So I'm going to use my Brow Wiz just to bring that bad boy back to life because I just like the way that it looks, and I always wish it was darker. But that's my secret. Don't tell anyone. That wraps this tutorial up. This is a great everyday look whether you wear glasses or not. And literally this takes me like 10 minutes on a daily basis. The only thing that I ever switch up is the lip color. So thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to leave any suggestions or requests down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. Love you guys so much. Thanks for watching.